What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are putting a bed liner in the pink truck today. It needs one. I'm gonna get that all shot, sprayed, and like I said, slowly knock out the rest of the things on this truck until we can actually finally finish it with the ICP and the IPR under the hood. If they don't ship this week from that place, I'm gonna go find a different place and get them, and I don't even know. I just need to figure out if that's my issue and then decide if I want to do injectors in a different tune and make this thing quite rowdy. Guys, I'm not gonna waste any time on this. It is a beautiful bright day in Ohio. I apologize for the squinting, it's really bad. But I need to talk to you about this truck really quick. Pretty much, there's an email in the description below. Anybody who wants to buy this or purchase this off of me, please let me know. Otherwise, I will trade this in. Email it if you're serious. 2017 Ram 2500. G56, compound turbos, road armor bumpers, 12-inch lift, 39 1550s, 26s, the whole nine. This truck's got it all. Fast fuel system. It's an incredible truck. Like I said, we just drove this back from South Carolina. Thing's a unit, and I love this truck. But my birthday was the other day, and I just turned 25. And I make money by building trucks and making videos and bringing you guys the best products and stuff, working with companies, doing that stuff, and I've done everything to this truck. So what's best for me, my future, business-wise, and for my life, it only makes sense to sell this hopefully to one of you guys, or like I said, I will trade it in and get into a new platform that allows me to not only grow, learn new things, build new things. It's been to SEMA almost twice. It's won awards, the whole nine, been in magazines, and literally this truck can't do any more for me. It can't, but it can do so much for some of you. That's what makes sense for me. Yeah, if you guys are interested, like serious inquiries only, please. Otherwise, I will just trade it in. You guys, trust me, you will like the new build more than this. It will be crazy, but getting into that platform will allow me to build more, do more, because like I said, this truck, I literally just drive it every day, and that's about it. Can't do any more nor less to this truck. So I know a lot of you are upset, but just trust me, the new build will go way harder than that, way harder than the banana, and definitely harder than this pink truck. Trust me. Alright guys, as you can see, this bed needs a bed liner. I mean, that was the goal the whole time. I never understood why, even in doing paint jobs, there's no reason to paint the inside of the bed. You're gonna spend more than right here with even the tint, the paint that we're using to tint this. It's less than 300 bucks. So less than 300 bucks, you could have a bed liner done, tinted, or you could just order, you know, the black ones and do all this for 200 bucks. The Raptor liner, honestly, best on the market. Herculiner, some of the other ones, comes out gooey and squishy. This actually comes out like a hard bed liner from factory, so that's why I love it. Application gun makes your life easy, and I'm gonna time this and show you guys how fast you can actually do this and do it correctly. But yeah, we're gonna get busy on this. Links in the description if you're interested in this at any point. And like I said, we are gonna tint this teal. This is Bikini Pearl off of some old JL Wranglers, but we're gonna tint this bed liner teal and accent this truck, and obviously clean up this work truck bed. So it's gonna look sick. Let's get to it, and I'll show you guys how fast it actually can be done. This is like tape and drape. It comes, I'll put a link in the description too if you're trying to tackle this project. But you see, there's a piece of tape, and obviously there's the drape. Plastic's attached. Makes your life so much simpler than actually taping it, stretching out the plastic, and then taping the plastic to the tape to make it covered. So this is super simple. It's always a good idea to cover as much of the paint as you can, but the way you're spraying, it's gonna spray over and out, and like over there and to the cab. So you wanna pretty much protect as much of the cab as you can so it doesn't spray forward and hit any of the paint. But for here, you know, as low down as you can is honestly good. Just making it simple on that. But this is also in the description. It makes life so simple whether you're painting or doing bed liners. Completely forgot to tell you when we started, but started like 2 minutes ago. It's 3:33 now, so I'll show you how fast we can do this. fine line tape. It's a vinyl tape, easy to make curves and edges. So that's what we're gonna do here, because this tailgate kind of bumps and moves. Pretty much tape curves, and then we'll tape the plastic to that so it hangs. But this will give us a perfect edge on a curved piece of tape, if that makes any sense. All right guys, it's 3:55 now, so it's been about 20 minutes and we got this whole thing taped off. Now, as for the cab wise, I got a huge sheet of Home Depot plastic in that box right there, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna drape it, let it go down as far as it can, and we're gonna come and try and tape it as far forward as possible. Just because, like I said, the gun, when spraying it, you don't want the overspray to end up all the way over the roof and on the hood and all that stuff. If you guys were gonna do this like for, you know, like side money or whatever, best thing is build yourself a little frame where you could back the truck in and then have like a curtain here. So literally you don't have to tape it off every time. If you had a little curtain, it would just pretty much sag and hang right between the bed and the cab. Cab's in front of everything, and everything else back here is taped off and done. So literally within 20 minutes, you could have this thing covered. We're gonna throw that over the cab and then get to sanding. All right guys, it's just after 4, so we've got probably in 30 minutes this whole thing's taped off. Wheels and stuff, you're fine. Pretty much you want bed sides and cab, because like I said, you're gonna be spraying here, directly here. So anything that sprays this way, you wanna get that, and any overspray that's gonna shoot up and over, you want covered. Down here, don't gotta worry too much. On the bottom of the doors, because obviously nothing, if it shoots, it's gonna shoot up and over and try and settle and land. So that's gonna be any flat surfaces. So you'll probably catch some here and over here. I may throw a little piece of plastic over the hood just to, you know, save myself going like down the road. But other than that, like I said, you don't gotta worry too much about the lower spots and stuff like that. But just make sure the roof is covered. And like I said, I'm actually probably gonna throw something over the hood just to make sure. But then we're ready to sand and literally just wipe down and spray. All right guys, so short story short, annihilate your bed. Instructions literally say, because I mean, you could shoot these over an entire vehicle too, so it's like Raptor line. But bedliner wise, it even says like where there's bare metal, shoot a primer. But in my own experience here, it's like, this isn't paint. I mean, I guess it could be, but this isn't paint. The surface does not need to be smooth, and you don't need to see like, or like you don't need to hide sanding scratches underneath it, because the bedliner's thick and it's supposed to be abrasive. So in my own experience, and the many of these as I've done, I just sand it. And like that was 60 grit, and then over here, this was 80 grit. But you just sand it. It needs scuffed, and honestly, because you don't need to worry about seeing sanding scratches, it's almost like the thicker or the deeper the cut into the bed, the better. So like I said, go through this, annihilate your bed. You want the Raptor to stick, and you don't want it to come off whether you put stuff in the bed or not. So annihilate it, sand it, make sure there's nothing shiny left when you're done. That's all that matters. As you can see, like I used the Eastwood Contour SET, and it took a little bit of time. But right now it's 5:30, so we're like 2 hours into this. Sanding, taping, all that, and then now the shooting part. The shooting part's the easy part, then you just untape it and you're good to go. So right now we're in at 2 hours. Like I said, annihilate your bed, and let's get this mixed up, tinted, and we'll get this bedliner sprayed. 7 of these bottles sprayed. It looks really good. Now, what I noticed is because obviously we Frankensteined this bed together, the back was a little bit darker than the sides because they were white. Tailgate looks really good. Everything's covered right now and it's covered really well. As you can tell, this bed floor was all dinged up and whatever, but it looks a lot more uniform with the bed liner on it, and this teal color is absolutely insane. But what you want to do with the last bottle is pretty much go over the whole truck like this. Shoot far, don't stand in the bed, obviously because it's wet now, but stand on the outside. Shoot the walls from the other side of the bed, shoot the floor. Shooting this far away will give you that really fine bed liner texture that you see from factory. So yeah, spray far away. Obviously this thing, I've got this on here, but it's at full pressure right now. You want a fine texture because that'll make it gritty and not like sticky and weird. So we're gonna go over the whole bed like this, standing outside of it, tailgate too. Give it a fine, like a top coat, a mist, and it'll give it a fine texture all the way through. So we're gonna knock that out real quick. We'll get this untaped. Then we'll show you what we just accomplished with the Raptor. Alright guys, and there you have it. There is a fully installed bed liner. Let me give you the exact time. It's been a minute. I was doing some just cleaning up, cleaning the guns, doing whatever. But this bed liner actually finished at, let me give you an exact time. I took a picture at 6:45. So 3:30-ish to 6:45. So 3 hours, 15 minutes, this thing is knocked out. So ideally you and a couple buddies or whatever can knock this whole bed liner out in no time. For all the people who've commented in my other videos where it was like, oh, time and tools and whatever, that was like an Eastwood contour. You can use a normal sander, you can use sandpaper. Those machines just make your life easier. But a lot of people, when I did this before, would always say is, oh, is the time is 3 hours, but is your 3 hours worth saving you about $500 to $700? I think so, and especially when it's cool and ends up like this. As you can see, we still got to paint the bed caps and put those on, so just don't worry about this. Yes, it looks unfinished, but we got the bed caps. They just need painted to match, and then they'll go on. But everything looks really good. The accent looks amazing. It's super bright right now, but actually I found as it's drying more and more, it's darkening, which is pretty sweet. This was 8 bottles of Raptor liner. I'm gonna be honest and say, if you want like this is gonna be tough, rugged, and like rigid, but if you want like a double thick bed liner, if you're like dumping gravel, throwing rocks, throwing metal in there, stuff that actually digs into your bed, not just like car parts or whatever. If you're doing a lot of stuff, you may want to double up on these layers, so you would be adding just say even one more kit maybe just to top it off. I also noticed that a tinted liner, obviously the floor, like I said, was white and then the back was maroon. It does help because you can see through it. However, if this was already bed lined, like the banana, it makes your life so much simpler because you're covering up or pretty much coloring a bed liner that's already there. But nevertheless, honestly, like I said, it's still wet, still drying. Super easy, and again, I didn't pay probably about $1,000 for a long bed, color matched or color accent color bed liner, but that looks pretty sweet. Anything we did in this video, link is definitely below. The Raptor, the draping tape, the 3M, even the fine line tape, all that stuff's down there if you guys want to take on a project like this. If you got a short bed, pretty much however many footage your bed is, a bottle per foot. Do it that way, and you'll have no issue whatsoever. This stuff is like, it's still tacky, but as this stuff dries, it does give you like, it's a gritty, hard bed liner. It's not soft, it's not mushy, it's not squishy. This Raptor stuff is literally, it's crazy. It really is, and for what it is, it's the best bed liner I have found. Some people hate it. I love it. I honestly think it's just preference. I want my bed liners, I want my paint, I want whatever I do to look closest to OEM as possible. People have different tastes. Some people want a thick tar-like bed liner. If you do, I absolutely hate those. But if you do, you can find a different product. But this will give you the closest to OEM appearance, and if you prep correctly, like I said, I had this in the Banana, and when that bed got hit, pretty much the bed folded and the Raptor was still attached in all of its glory. So this stuff is nuts, guys, and if you're looking to do a bed liner, or you already have a factory black bed liner and you want to change the color, or even just touch it up or make it fresh again after many years of using it. If you got a bed liner, you could literally just wipe it down and spray on top of it. But like I said, if you prep it right, this stuff will hold through a lot of abuse. But yeah, guys, this project is coming to a close here rapidly. I'm very excited about it. A couple things left. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that bed liner. If you guys are interested in the green truck, please email me. You know, see if we can work something out. I just want to see if one of you guys would want to obtain it before I just go trade it in, and then you have to go pay my dealership's price. If you guys enjoyed this video, shoot it a thumbs up. If you haven't been here before, please get down there, click subscribe, drop me a comment while you're down there. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one.